Hi, it's Peter Irvine here with the third in the series of the way forward from the virus or coronavirus that we are now impacted with across the world and even in our own country here in Australia. And in this one, I just want to share 3 tips on how you should look at your business. Even if you work for a business, you can suggest this to your boss or the owner or your manager. And then I want to finish off with a few more ideas that I've been sharing in the last 2 videos of ideas different businesses are using. So I've decided to come out here on a balcony in self-isolation. So there'll be cars, there'll be builders working. As you can see, there's still people going about their normal day of life. I picked up this great quote that came through to me in social media, and it says, if you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll have more opportunities. And that's what I'm all about, and encouraging you to do is to focus on solutions. And here's the 3 points. We need to be leaders in this time. It's easy to talk negative, down, everything's bad, but it's interesting to see, and I'm really encouraged by the amount of businesses, small, medium and large, that are actually reinventing themselves and doing things totally different. So the first thing we need to do is pull together as a leadership group. If you're a single operator, then who are people that you get to speak into your life? You need to get them together, even on a Zoom call, and just talk about what are the ideas. I've been doing this with another guy with individual businesses, and after a 2-hour session, they've gone away excited with all the ideas of what they can do to their businesses now. But actually, some of those ideas are going to take them on when this is all over. So look at the categories or the opportunities that are growing. And I pulled out a chart that actually shows some of the business categories that are seeing significant growth in this time, because you get the impression from the media that everything's dying. Well, pet care is going through the roof, as you would guess, alcohol, gambling, telecommunications, fashion and leisure, yes, fashion and leisure, pharmacies, again you would expect, online retail and subscriptions, and food delivery. Other things that are dying in terms of, because they're closed, are gyms and fitness, but the smart ones are now doing online programs, providing programs via email and then doing live Zoom or other types of sessions. Obviously, travel has stopped. I've been talking to a couple of travel people who just feel, well, what's going to happen? And I said, why don't you get onto your local member and become a place where people can self-isolate and you can provide meals to their room? And then someone else suggested, why don't you actually promote in your area for people to get away from self-isolation into a motel room for a night, a romantic night for a couple, and be served meals to their room, and they can self-isolate there for the night. And this is starting to create a bit of business for people. There's a hotel that's actually promoting their whole menu that you can drive through, you reorder, you drive through into the hotel and you get a takeaway menu. So there are a few things of areas, categories that are actually growing. So pull together your leadership group and look for the opportunities. The couple of key things that are actually happening, and you'll hear a lot of noise around, and I did it deliberately because while builders are working, aeroplanes are going, and this is just a regional town, so there's still activity out there. Everyone thinks everyone's dead, and they aren't. There are people willing to spend money, and beauty is one of those categories that women like to feel and look good. And in these type of times and recessions, they actually will invest, on themselves. And I'll share a couple of other good examples in the moment. So get your team together. Number 2, start the difficult task of right-sizing your business. What do you need now? And it may be a new size for when you come out of this later. And some of the people doing the jobs they're doing now are not needed. So maybe you've got to look at what else can they be doing in this time and taking a benefit the government is providing financially to offset some of their costs. And there's so many businesses now that are delivering, and people on a wide scale are very happy to accept businesses delivering to their door, touchless, paid for on credit card or via other means, and delivered to their doors. So people are ordering online, and they're ordering things they would never have done before, and are willing to pay by credit card because it saves that touching paper and so on. So start the size of getting your business in the right size. Number 3, more important than anything else, once you've done all this, take action. It's easy to have a talk fest, get lots of ideas and do nothing, but you need to take action. What do we need? Not next month. What do we need now, today, to start doing? I said to one company, you've got this staff, you're looking to put them off. Your orders are starting to build online rather than via wholesale. Why don't you use your staff to deliver the products to people and use them and their time? It might be for a short season, it may not be. I then I'm on the mailing list for Mercer PR, it's a PR company, and he put out a great little post that I think is really helpful for people, and it's called COVID-19 Fear. Drought, fires, floods, and now epidemic that changed the world. Media saturation of the virus ensures that people are continually gripped with anxiety, fear and uncertainty. So let me encourage you, stay away from social media and the media and only listen to official sources for information. There's so much misinformation, and I'm encouraging people constantly over that. Remember he said, if your stakeholders don't hear from you, they'll hear rumours and misinformation. So be in communication with your customers and your staff and anyone you do business with, and be regular and honest. Number 2, inspire and reassure your employees with calm, encouraging and positive messages. Number 3 is this crisis is changing daily. Prepare by developing a communications plan with approved messages across various scenarios. So start being ready and not reactionary and knee-jerking. And last one, and I caution here a bit, he says monitor social media and the mainstream media so you know what's being said about your organisation. That's a good thing to do, but be careful how much social media you're actually looking for. And he finally quotes a message from John Maxwell to inspire you. He says, the pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, and the leader adjusts the sails. Well, here's just a couple of good ideas of what some people are doing, which are different to what I've shared in the last 2 videos. The whole flower industry has just got excess flowers because people aren't necessarily ordering, but certainly restaurants, cafes aren't. So they've created this feel-good flowers. You can actually ring up and order flowers for someone just to cheer them up, so they're delivered to their home, wherever if they're at an office or working, just to cheer someone up. And just getting flowers actually brings a smile on people's face. So you can be a blessing to someone else. You can do blessings on purpose. And so there's one way. Join the movement, they say. Feel good flowers. And then I laughed because I thought, what a great idea. BCF, Boating, Caravan and Fishing, ran last weekend on April 11. I'll show you this form and it'll come up on the screen. It talks about this, Australia's biggest camp out in your own backyard. So they're encouraging families to actually camp out in their own backyard, and talking to people actually doing this, actually getting small tents with their kids and sleeping overnight outside with their own family. And the last one in this particular video, I didn't realise it, but pedal bikes, push bike sales have gone through the roof because people who can get out are actually taking their kids out to get outside from the isolation for exercise and just as family time, and the bike shops are actually seeing sales grow. So I want to encourage you, are you a thermometer or a thermostat? Are you setting the temperature, or are you just adjusting to what's happening? Don't adjust to what's happening. Set the temperature, set the mood, set the bench up high. There's a verse in the Bible, in the book of Esther. It says, maybe you were born for such a day as this. I reckon we are born for such a day as this. See you next time.